Hello and welcome to Easy Flow Yoga for cyclists and runners, or Paul's Awkward Yoga. I think everything we do now needs to be called Paul's Awkward Yoga because, as you will see in our third video here, the yoga that I do is pretty darn awkward. We're going to start in a mountain pose, and we're going to do kind of a little bit of a wild, not wild, but different kind of routine today in our flow. But first of all, we're going to start in a mountain pose. And in the mountain pose, our goal is to be standing straight, but most importantly, feeling straight, so that from our heels to the top of our head, we feel like there's a straight line. So that means your knees are slightly bent, your hips are rotated up a little bit, so that your butt is clenched just a little bit, your shoulders are rolled back just a little bit, and your hands are at your side naturally, and your skull is on top of your shoulders. And then we are breathing into our belly through our nose. And that's the key, is breathing into your belly, letting your belly expand, and then passively letting your belly relax and letting the air come back out through your nose. All right, you got it? All right. So we're going to inhale into our belly, arms overhead, and then we're going to swan dive down to a forward fold. And inhale into a half lift, exhale into a forward fold, and then all the way up. And then we're going to do that all again. Exhale down to a forward fold. Inhale into a half lift, and you can keep your knees a little bent. Exhale into a forward fold, all the way up, and then all the way back down. Inhale into a half lift. Exhale into a forward fold, all the way up, all the way down. And half lift. Exhale, forward fold, all the way up. This time bring your hands to heart center as you exhale. And we're going to come into the flow. So the flow has got 6 moves. And we're going to do it slow once. And then we're going to do it 2 more times a little faster. All right, so here we go. First of all, we're going to inhale. Step back with your right foot into a warrior 1. So in warrior 1, you're going to drop your back heel and lift up your arms. All right, so warrior 1, the goal is to have both hips and shoulders pointing forward. So we'll inhale and relax that part, and then exhale and rotate forward. So the exhale again is being passive with the breath. So you're just trying to move. So we'll hold this for a few moments. You can be as aggressive as you'd like to with this. You can have, a really low pose and really get into the warrior. You can have it much more gentle and relaxed. It's entirely up to what you're able to do and what you can feel. All of the things we do today, you can adjust, but work on the breath. Good. So in warrior 1, our back leg stays straight, but not locked. Your front knee is over your front ankle. So you'll feel a pull in the inside of your right hip and the strength happening in your left hip and thigh. All right, so now we're going to come into a humble warrior. So I'm going to inhale and then bring my hands down and back. So since there's more weight now on the front, I'm not going to spend as much time here. Inhale up, exhale, reach back. Okay, good. Now we're going to inhale. I'm going to bring my hands up, rotate all the way around and come into reverse warrior. Now, that's a fun transition. All right, so now reverse warrior, my knee over my ankle, back leg still straight. Left hand up, right hand back. So now the goal is to have my hips pointing sideways and my shoulders sideways. So I'm going to inhale and then exhale, lean back as if I'm trying to bring my right shoulder to my right knee. And then reach back with my hand, left hand. All right, good. Now, I'm going to do a couple more breaths, and we're going to come into a warrior two. So we're going to inhale here, and then bring my hands out to the side. So now, my shoulders and hips are still pointing sideways. The inhale and exhale. So again, knee bent, back leg straight, hips turning sideways. So your shoulders guide the movement of your hips. Good. Now we're going to come into a triangle. You're going to inhale, straighten your front leg, reach with your left hand and cartwheel your hands down. And this is where Paul's awkward yoga gets its name. So we're going to do what we can. So the goal of this pose and triangle is to have your right shoulder and right hand pointing at the ceiling and your left down on the mat. And I don't come anywhere close to that, but that's okay. You're going to get what you can. So what I would ask is that your hands are opposite each other, both palms facing forward, and that you are working on the inhale to drop your right shoulder, and then on the exhale, try to bring your right shoulder up into the air. Inhale down, exhale, rotate. So you can have a block, you can have your hand on your front shin, whatever you need to support that. I'm just resting my elbow on my inner knee. All right, now comes the last piece of this. We're going to inhale, and now we're going to twist. So you're going to see my back of my head. So I'm bringing my right hand down into a twisting triangle, and I'm just going to go ahead and grab my shin, because this is where the balance comes in. And inhale and lift up my left hand. And exhale and rotate. Good. All right, now I'm going to bring my hands down. I'm going to come into a wide stance, forward fold. All right, just as a transition. Inhale, and then try to just keep your back mostly flat. We won't do this during the flow part. Just right now. All right, now we're going to roll back up, and now we're going to come into a warrior one on the other side. So my right foot is now pointing forward. My left is at an angle. And I'm in warrior one facing this direction. Inhale, open. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, open. And exhale, rotate. Good. We'll do this one more time. Now we're going to inhale and come into a humble warrior. So I'm bringing my hands back behind me, dropping my head. And because this is a little more challenging, we're going to just do one more breath, and we're going to come up into, and I'm going to do this differently, into a reverse warrior. So now, again, my front knee is over my front ankle. Make sure that it is. Back leg is straight. So when we do the flow, the quicker flow, we will do about a breath and a half. All right? And hopefully on the screen, when I edit this, I'll put the names on so you can see what's coming. All right, now we're going to come into a warrior 2. There we go. Look at that. All right. Inhale, and now I'm trying to rotate my shoulders sideways so that my hips also go sideways. I'm looking out over my front hand. Good. All right. Now we're going to come into the triangle. Inhale, straighten your front leg, reach with your right hand, and tilt over. So on the video, this looks like I'm doing this better, but I'm not. This side is equally awkward as the other side. But again, yoga is totally not how you look. It's how it feels, and you're just trying to get into the pose as best you can. All right, now I'm going to do the twisty. I'm going to inhale, come up, bring my left hand down, and then somehow not fall over and bring my right hand up. Good. I'm going to do one more twist. This is hard too. All right, now I'm going to come back up. Now I'm going to go into the flow. Warrior 1. So we're going to inhale, open, exhale, come into the pose. Inhale, open, exhale, go to the next pose, humble warrior. Inhale up, exhale, pose, inhale up, and now come into reverse warrior. Bring your left hand up and rotate back. Okay, now we're going to inhale up, come into a warrior 2. Inhale, open, exhale that. Good. Now we're going to inhale into a triangle, cartwheel down. Good, and now inhale, bring your right hand down, rotate, bring your left hand up. Good, now I'm going to bring everything up, rotate my feet. So now my right foot is forward, and I'm coming into warrior 1. Good, now I'm going to, what am I doing? Humble warrior, inhale up. Exhale, humble warrior. I had one extra breath there because I didn't know what I was doing. And now we're going to come into reverse warrior and up. And exhale into reverse warrior. Back. Now we're going to inhale, come up into warrior 2. Good. Okay, now we're going to come into triangle, inhale, and exhale into triangle. Good, now we're going to inhale, bring the arm down, and rotate into twisting triangle. Good. All right, now we're going to come back up. We're going to do that all again. Warrior 1. Inhale, open. Good. Inhale, humble warrior, come down. Good. Inhale, up into reverse warrior. Left hand up into the air. Good. Inhale into warrior 2. Good. Inhale, straighten your front leg, cartwheel into triangle. Good. Inhale, bring your right hand down, bring your left hand up in twisting triangle. Good. Now we're going to rotate again. All the way up. Rotate your feet. Now your right hand is coming, your right foot is forward into warrior one. And reverse. Inhale into humble warrior. Inhale up into reverse warrior. Inhale into warrior two. Now you got it. Good. Good. Now we're going to triangle, reach, tilt. And twisting triangle. Good, and then slowly come up. This time we're going to come back into our wide stance forward fold. And we're going to try to keep a relatively straight back so that we're hinging rather than curling down. Good, and then we're going to slowly roll up. Bring your feet together, back in our mountain pose. Bring your arms up overhead. As you inhale, hands to heart center on the exhale. We'll do that one more time. And exhale. All right, namaste. Thank you for joining us in the third session. Fourth session will be coming out soon. Check it out. Go to simpleendurancecoaching.com. You can see the coaching, strength training, and the other yoga classes and courses that we have. Thanks for joining us. Take care. We'll see you soon.